Hello everyone, this is Karthik from Team Sukshmas. Today I'm going to discuss about the solution for the placement activity questions. And this is the first question. Public class Sukshmas and execution of the program begin from the main. Here int all underscore OK is equal to 10. Here I'm just asking whether the compilation fails at 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 and then 9. Here you have to remember about the rules and regulation about the variable format. Okay. And this is the question. You have to remember how to form the identifier, and in Java only allowed character in Java identifier is small lowercase to a to lowercase z and uppercase a to uppercase z, and 0 to 9 underscores is allowed and dollar sign is allowed. And here in the two lines compilation fails at the line number 6 also as well as the line number 8 also. In the line number 6 I have added the hash, so because of this reason it will get the compile time error. And also here this variable start with the digit, so it is not allowed. First it should start with a character or underscore, then followed by the digit. And here initially I am beginning with the digit only. That is the reason you are getting the compile time error. So compilation fails at line number 6 also, and compilation fails at line number 8 also. This is the second question. Public class Sukshmas and the execution of the program begin from the main method. And here I have introduced the generics concept. List number k is equal to new array list of integer, and I'm asking whether the compilation fails at line number 5, and the second line is list number k1 new array list of number, and list float k2 is equal to new array list of float, and the last line is list k3 is equal to, this is an object type, new array list of object. And here I'm asking whether the compilation fails at line 5 and 8, compilation fails at line 6, or else compilation fails at line 7, or else compilation fails at line 5. In this code, you will get the compilation fails at line number 5. Here, your reference is created for the interface called list and object is created for the array list. This is possible. But just observe here, and here is a number and here is an integer. Remember this point here, integer is a subtype of number. So you are unable to write like this, or else you can completely take number only, or else you completely take the integer only. Okay, if you write like this, you will get the compile time error. I will show you one more example. And if you take this example also, you just observe this is the class parent and this is the class child and this is the class Ukshmas. And here, if you want, I can write extends parent. See, if you write it like this, so this is the parent and this is child. So here you will get the compile time error, incompatible type. Child cannot be converted into the parent. In such a way, I have designed this question also. And here integer is a subtype of number. So in this line, you will get the compile time error. This the question belongs to the C extern int I, and execution of the program begin from the main. Here I am performing the initialization for the variable in I is equal to 20, and I'm trying to print the value of I. And these are the following options. The first option is 20, and second option is 0, and third option is compile time error, and the fourth option is garbage value. So if you are trying to run this code, you will get the compile time error. To overcome this difficulty, so here only you have to perform the initialization. Any value you can assign it like this. So after that, if you are trying to run, you will get the value of 20 RLs. You can perform initialization here is also. So down, you will get the 20 RLs. You can comment this one here inside. Now you will get the value of 10. This is the next question. This question is belongs to C. Int main static array I have introduced. Int k is equal to 0 and k1 of k is equal to k plus plus. Here I am trying to print the value k1 of 0, 1 of k as well as the k. These are the following options. So first option is 0, 0, 1 will be displayed on the screen. Second option is 0, garbage value followed by the 1. The third option is 0, 1, 1, and the fourth option is compile time error. So if we are trying to run this code, so we'll get the value of 0, 0, and 1. So first, so this is the k value is 0, k1 of 0. So k1 of 0, the value of 0 will be stored over here. So k1 of 0, the value consisting of 0, that is the reason 0 will be displayed on the screen. And 1 of k or 1 of k1 or k1 of 1, there is no value stored in here. So the default value of static array is 0. The 0 will be displayed on the screen. After that k, 0 will be assigned for this. After that gets incremented by 1 post increment of k. So updated value of k is 1. So that one will be displayed on the screen. So here you have to remember the default value for the static array is 0 will be displayed on the screen in this point. So 1 of k1 or k1 of 1. So k1 of 0, already 0 is assigned for this, k1 of 0 is 0. So after that the k will be updated by 1. So k1 will be displayed on the screen. This is the next question. Int mean int I is equal to 0 for semicolon I plus plus semicolon printf percentage d followed by the I, then printf I'm trying to print the value of I. The first option is infinite times, and the second option is 1 1 will be displayed on the screen, and the third option is 1, and the fourth option is compile time error. So if I'm trying to run this code, so 1 will be displayed on the screen. Why? Because so int I is equal to 0 for loop. Here initialization is already over. This is the condition for of 0. The for of 0 is condition become false. Condition become false. It should come out of the loop. Why? Because this is for loop is end with a semicolon also here. So I value is 0, condition become false. It will take the updated value of I. I become 1. That is the 1 will be displayed on the screen. If I remove the semicolon here, if you are trying to means here for value, sorry, I value is 0. So 0 means condition is false. It never executes this printf. So there is no output will be displayed on the screen. Suppose if I put a semicolon over here, so it will take the updated value of I, then it will come out of the for, then updated value of I will be displayed on the screen. So if I'm trying to run, so 1 will be displayed on the screen because of the semicolon. Because of the semicolon means it never get into the statement. When the condition is false, then only it should come out of the for. So then it will execute with the next statement. If I remove the semicolon here, 0, so it never executes the statement. So there is no output will be displayed on the screen.
We can see the Python question solutions, which is appear in a previous Sunday placement activity. The first question is, this is the first question. Here I'm creating a one list, along with it is having some values. It is having a values, it is not in an integer format, it is in a string format, because I enclosed that values within a double quote. So within anything, it is enclosed within a double quotes, that means a string. So it is having a list of something strings in the list, as even the object name it is also list. What I'm doing in the next step, so I'm remodifying the list values. What I'm remodifying is I'm just converting that to integer format, then everything I'm just taking and converting in a integer format. This is previously it is in a string format, and I'm just taking every element or else every string from a list, either with the help of for loop. I'm just taking every element or else every string within a list. I'm just converting that to int format. I'm just storing back to the same list object. So this is I'm doing for all the values. Again, after that, I'm just with the help of sort function, I'm just sorting the values. So what I'm getting the output as 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Previously it is in a string format. Then I'm converting everything to an integer. Then I'm just sorting that. So I'm getting this as a output. Okay, let me check the output. with the online compiler. I'm just using here on the online compiler. You can prefer the Python compiler. Here I'm just taking online compiler. Let me run this. Okay, take a little bit of time because of internet connections. Okay, see here, the previously it is in a 2578. We can't sort these things. It is in a string format. So I'm just converting these things to integer format. Then I'm just sorting this. So with the help of sort function, it is an in-bit function. So after the sort, I'll get 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Okay, we can move to the next question. The next question is, here the next question. Here I'm creating one function that is a user defined function. It is having a parameter as a string. So I'm just storing that string to S1 object. Then I'm creating one more object that is a S. For that S, I'm just storing the reverse order of this string. What I'm storing here the S1, I'm just taking that reverse order of that string, and again I'm storing back to the S. So what I'm passing here, let me go here only. Okay, I'm passing here a madam. So this here I'm calling the function within a print function. So madam is passing to this function. So firstly, madam is storing to S1 object. Then I'm just reversing the same string and store back to the yes only. So reverse of the madam itself, it's a madam only. So I'm just comparing S1 and S2 both are the same string. Yes, it is the same string. Then it go to the return true, or else it go to the return false. But here we are getting a error. Why we are getting error? Because in the Python it is true should be a like a case sensitive. That means that capital letter should be there in a starting. That T should be caps. So it should be not a like a smaller case. So that it we that for the reason we are getting the error. There is no other logical error. It's a simple that is a case sensitive. So it will take a true as a something object name. So that it is telling your true is not defined, or else a false is not. If both the string is not same, then it goes to the false statement. So on that time it will tell false is a not any, you are not declaring anything like that, it is a not name. So we should correct by mentioning the starting letter of the true and false in a caps. Okay, I'll just run this code and show you. Okay, okay, see here the name true is not defined. Why? Because the T should be caps. Now you can get the output. See, the true is displaying. So previously that thing it is a some variable, so or else some object. Now it is displaying a true as a Boolean value. Okay, this is all about the second question. Okay, we can move to the next question. Now this is very simple. Here I'm using one function that is having three variables. One it is a and b, and one more it is a multi-argument passment. We can pass a multi-argument with the mentioning of this star. We know already in the previous placement papers we are just solved this kind of questions already. So this 2 and this 2 is assigned to a and b, and remaining three parameters are assigning to this argument. Argument is multi-argument. Any argument, any number of argument we can assign. Here only the remaining is assigning to this argument. Okay. After this, I'm just declaring one object that is a null. Null means you can any kind of name you can give. So I'm creating is a null. Okay, with this assigning with the value of a into b. A into b means 2 into 2 is a 4. 4 is get assigned to this null variable. So after that, I'm just taking each variable or else each value from the argument. Argument having 3, 3, 4. These three variables, remaining three variables are stored to this argument. So I'm taking each variable from that argument and just multiply with the stored, whatever the previous stored value in the mul value. So previously it is having a 4. So first it is picking 3. 4 into 3 it is 12. 12 it is stored back to the null only. Again it goes. So 3 again 3. 12 into 3 is 16. So 16 36 is storing to that mul variable. Again, it go to the next variable, that is 4. 36 into 4 is the 144. So that will be stored to mul. So again it goes, but any no variables is present, so it will go to return statement that mul is returning 144. So it return back to where we are calling the function. So here we are calling it return back to here only. So it prints 144. It will be print. We can see the output. Okay, we can go see the output here. Run. See here, 144 is displayed. This is all about the Python question solution which is appear in a Sunday. So, okay, thank you.